Hello, day one. Thank you for coming. And whoever is blowing this music, my God will judge you. Because all the times I've recorded this recording, this music was not there. But I might be talking so much and maybe they can't even hear the music because I'm using lapel mics. Okay, that's possible. You know what? Aaron, do the needful.
A joint account has its positives, it has its
But we
negatives.
rarely have Nigerians do joint accounts.
Yeah, maybe it's our culture. In Nigeria, they tell you your money is our money, her money is her money. That's the slogan.
How does that make you feel? Thank you. Okay. Day one. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ebele, and this is my friend that I've dragged again. So, Nosa, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
So this time around, I'm gonna tell you a story that I read on social media, and then we're gonna discuss it.
Okay.
Someone had posted. Well, it's not necessarily a story; it's more like an analogy.
Okay.
They had talked about how women help their husbands. So let's say wives. Wives help their husbands that they are unpaid employees. So employees without benefits. Take for instance, the husband has a shop. The wife runs the shop with the husband. Maybe the husband has multiple shops. The wife runs one of the shops, helping them restock, helping them do the accounting, cleaning, things like that. And because of that, the shop grows. When the shop grows, the husband is able to buy more businesses. The husband is able to buy more assets. But then you learn that these businesses, she has no name on it. The assets, she has no name. Month comes, she's not paid salary. It's only when she says, "Oh, babe, I need this," then he buys it for her. And the worst part is, if something happens to him and he dies, nothing is even left for her. You find out that the things are on the children's name, if some are even, and maybe the male name, and his family, they come and swoop in. You hearing it from that perspective, like, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? On the employee without benefits? It sounds very painful, but
so I think the foundation was wrong in the first place. No matter what, even if you're a founder, I've learned also, even if you're a founder, you found your own business, you need to pay yourself salary. So I feel no matter what, if the woman is bringing value to the company, she needs to be paid something at a minimum. So that's where the fault comes in. Yeah, they're a couple and co, but she needs to earn something. She mustn't wait for ask the husband because she's working in the business. Even she's helping to grow the business. If the husband employs someone, he will pay her. So that foundation is wrong in the first place. So that's where, when the foundation is faulty, then you can't tell. So I think first thing we need to fix the root cause and then fix the foundation. No matter what, even if you are starting your own company, you must, first of all, there must be revenue streams, and you must pay yourself, no matter how small. You won't say you're the founder, you bootstrap to, even if you're going to bootstrap to increase your business, you need to pay yourself. So, like I said, the foundation is wrong. Foundation is wrong. Every other thing I say would be...
everything.
That's what I'm saying. That the foundation is wrong. Every other thing doesn't matter again. It doesn't add up. Because if she was getting something, for sure she'll be able to fight for herself and But this one, she was all dependent on the man, and it wasn't right.
If your daughter grows up and then she comes to you and says that she met a man that she's in love with, and he has told her not to, get a job that he will take care of her, what would be your advice?
Advice are wrongly against that. I think no matter what, everybody should be capable. You should be able to till the ground, both man and woman. In our previous episode, we talked about it, the equality between men and women. So just like for example, what would you say if your son comes home and says he met a lady, the lady says, just go sit down at home. You don't need to do anything. I'll bring everything for you.
To be honest, would he be paid salary every month?
He doesn't do paid salary.
Hold on now. So, because now people run a lot of businesses. being home. So stay at home, don't work for someone. Does that mean that a business will be
No,
open?
you'll be a house husband.
So a house husband,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah.
For how long? Is
I
there a
don't know
time frame?
that.
So like I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to just shut it down because I just want to shut it down. Because if I get that option right now, not for the long time, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but
yeah.
I being a creative person, I think that would give me room to blossom in my
Yeah.
creativity.
Yeah.
If I had someone who said, do not worry about the bills, stay at home and sort some things out.
Yeah, do not worry about the bills, but doesn't mean so they're different. So let's get it right. Do not worry about the
Okay.
bills. Does it mean do not do anything?
Okay, so you see, that's
Yeah,
semantics
yeah,
and there are
yeah.
gray areas to this. So if it means just sit at home and be, cleaner, cook, laundry person, Akuma don't even like domestic work.
Yeah.
I have told you that I had someone come clean my house.
Yeah.
So definitely not me. If it's something my son enjoys, we would now say, okay, are you going to start this as a business? Like,
Yeah.
what next? Because, like you said, livelihood matters. And we know that money is somewhat tied to someone's freedom.
Yeah.
You have more options when you have funds, regardless of how much it is. The more money, the more options you have.
Yeah.
So, is it a control? Is it a form of control? Or there are different lenses that I would see.
Yeah. So like I said, like you rightly said, it's there are different aspects to it. So we need to dig deep and discover what
In the intention.
what drill down and find out what exactly it is. But like I still share the same the opinion. Man or woman, everybody needs to work and do something. Not necessarily work 9 to 5, but you need to be doing something. There needs to be your brain needs to be creative. Else there's this in physics or chemistry, there's entropy. If you're not active, you return to a state of rest.
I think it's atrophy. Is
Entropy.
it entropy? Okay.
Entropy.
That might
So
be different.
entropy. Okay. So the mind is always busy,
right?
And if you're not busy, you return to a state of rest, the ground zero. So if you and I are not doing anything, we just think we just sit down at home, somebody pays your bill and co. Your brain is gradually going down, your mindset, everything will go down to zero, to a state of rest, which give yourself 6 months, which you don't want. So no matter what, I think everybody should be doing something.
I'm actually in a firm believer of you are what you consume.
Yeah.
And this is in terms of what you eat, what you read, who you converse with, you're more or less pouring into yourself.
Yeah.
And it shows in your mannerism, in how you speak, in how you look, courage, things like that. So I agree with you. How about the idea of joint account for spouses?
Yeah.
Not for I would shy away from lovers having joint accounts, but like married people. What are your thoughts on that?
It depends. Like I said, I always say...
Do you have a joint account, first of all? I put you on the hot spot.
No, I don't have a joint account with my wife.
Okay. Yeah, you were saying.
I always say it depends on you and your spouse. You guys should have to know each other. It's dynamic. Different. It plays down for different cases. If your spouse is what's the word to use? So it's dynamic. If your spouse is for example, if you own a business together, then you guys might have a joint account. And even having a joint account, you might also want to have separate accounts for separate things. It's if you know one person spends more than the other, or you don't trust this person's spending or financial, then you're not going to have a joint account with the person. It could be a positive, and that joint account could be a negative also. Could lead to further problems. So it depends on your relationship. You need to understand your spouse and understand if it is worth it having a joint account. You look ahead, you try to begin with the end in mind. Is it worth it going to have a joint account with us? What are the risks involved? What could play out? Is this person financially, are we in the same financial frame of mind? Are we going to think alike? If I spend for example, I spend $1 million in this thing from our joint account, is she going to be able to take it, or is it going to lead to problems? All those you need to try and factor out. So that's why I said it's case by case basis, based on each couple.
But what if you're having conversations every month or every, let's say, bi-weekly
Yeah.
about expenses, what goes in, what comes out, what is. So in the ideal world, this is
Yeah.
how I see it.
Yeah.
That the joint account would not be all the money in. It would be, say, 30% of both our incomes.
Okay.
And the joint account would be used for things that we do together.
Yeah.
Maybe not 30%, maybe 70%, since we do a lot of things together. You know, we have the children, we have the bills, we have vacations and
Yeah.
things like that. And then 30% goes to an individual account where nobody has eyeball on what you
Yeah.
do
Okay.
in it. And
So
like I said,
like I said,
ideal scenario.
that could work. It's like I said, it's case by case basis. Yeah, that could work also. It's different cases. There's no one answer fits all. A joint account has its positives, it has its
But we rarely
negatives.
have Nigerians do joint accounts.
Yeah, maybe it's our culture.
Right, because the
It's
man
our
is
culture.
a provider.
It's our culture, the environment. In Nigeria, they tell you your money is our money. Her money is her money. That's the
How
slogan.
does that make you feel?
I don't think I want to go there.
Tell me now.
No, I don't think. I think if the money is coming to the home, it should be everybody. If I bring this amount, if you also do something, you should bring something also to the house. You could keep your stuff to do your own stuff also, but I think providing for the household should not be an individual
man
effort. Yeah, it should be both ways.
Do you voice this opinion or
Yeah, I
just
do.
voicing it here?
No, not voicing it. Yeah, for sure. That's my mantra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So growing up, was being a provider more important than being emotionally available? That's the role that you saw from uncles, parents.
Being a provider growing
Friends
up
or
was the key thing growing up. Like I said, our parents, the man has to source for everything, has to be the main provider. When anything happens to the man, the family is always, family goes down. So our thought process growing up, we felt the man was, being a provider was more important than being emotionally available growing up.
Do you think that there's a correlation between being financially successful and being sexually successful?
Oh, I've not really thought about that. But yeah, there should be a correlation. In life, there are correlations with everything. So if it's
This
directly,
is how I know that a business analyst, because I remember that course. But go on.
uh, financial success and sexual success, I think there's direct correlation between them. Being wealthy comes with a lot of perks and
An adventure.
and adventures and goals. Depends on. So I think sexual success, financial success, they go hand in hand. If you're successful financially, then there's a tendency for you to be successful sexually also. Depends on your definition of sexual success now. Is it with one partner or with different partners, or it depends?
I also, well, one partner, I was looking at it from one partner. But yes, there's the, you being all randy.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking about it. I know that older men have insecurity when it comes to finances.
Okay.
So, for instance, when a man loses his job,
Yeah.
he's under pressure to get another one as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And what worsens it is if he doesn't have emergency fund, what we know now as emergency funds, but like savings that would, hold him with the bills and everything that he has to take care of for a certain time. If he doesn't have that, there's that anxiety crunch.
Yeah.
And it affects the other areas of his life, including the bedroom.
Yeah.
So you realize that people are having erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
They're not able to perform. And even when the woman is like, oh no, don't worry, everything will be fine. You're trying to, but he has so much on his mind that his body just would not react to.
Yes, like you say, stress affects sex. So that's where you're going to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that women can be providers without men being insecure about it?
So this will be a question for women, and I'm going to ask you back about this, because different school of thoughts have shown that women are not naturally wired to be providers. Women Don't get me wrong. They provide for the house and co, but women are not naturally wired to be the main point taking care of the home. It works in some places. When I mean it works, like the woman earns higher than the man, it's not a problem. But the woman solely providing and the man not doing anything, studies have shown that's a problem. And with further research and co, found out that women are not naturally wired to be sole providers. That's the root cause of those problems. So I will throw it back to you. How would you feel if you are the sole provider in your house? Maybe your husband got laid off for like a year. The job market is crazy now. It's not, maybe he's doing his own small business, but nothing is coming in. It takes time to scale. How would you feel providing for the household for 1 full year or 1.5 years? It's easy to say, but how would you feel?
Definitely not great.
Okay.
But it boils down to the relationship that I have with the person.
Yeah.
And I think that showing up also matters.
Okay.
So it's funny.
Yeah.
I was watching this guy, he's late now. I think it's Kevin Samuels.
Okay.
And he talked about only women listen to Steve Harvey. That
Okay.
men do not listen to Steve Harvey.
Okay.
Because I was going to say that I remember reading a Steve Harvey book now where he talked about how men can show up not financially. If the man doesn't have a job, that there are other ways he can show up to show that, he can help with the house, in, cooking, cleaning, fixing stuff so the sink is out, all those things. But then you also see him going out to look for the job. And a whole year you don't have a job. I find that hard. You would find a job, but the thing is that you're looking for the job that is specific to, you will find the ones that would help you, make the minimum to survive.
Okay.
You just wouldn't yet find the one that is the ideal
one. Okay.
thing.
Okay.
So if you can bring down your ego to do those jobs because they are needed right now,
Yeah.
and then the wife will augment,
Okay.
or the wife would do the major, and then the husband will augment with those things, because it's easy to use the stress and the situation to just relax and become lazy. There's that fear. And then you now using guilt and shame, and then it turns into another act.
Yeah.
So 1 year is too long for you not to find a job for you to survive. Now, finding the ideal job, that's a different conversation.
Okay.
But we also know of people who use something as a stepping stone, and because they said yes to that, other things came up. And we've seen people who use that as they use it in order to get, pay the bills, and then just stayed in that spot and they never moved on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do get your
So
point.
again, it depends on who the person is, their driving force, and if they're checking their ego.
Okay.
Like I said, is the ideal situation. I don't think I want to be handling it for a year. But if I see you showing up, I want to believe
Yeah.
that I will try to show up with you.
Okay.
But again, this is an ideal situation, so I don't know.
It's ideal because in reality, okay, I'll give you this story. I had a friend, he had a medical condition. This happened in beginning of this year, real life scenario. He can't even drive till April this year. They were struggling initially. The wife was helping her to take care of the bills. Now it's just on the wife. And now the wife is telling him he needs to go and do something. He's lazy. He cannot even drive a car here till April because of his medical condition. He had a heart attack. They had to put a defibrillator in his heart for him. So this is ideal situation. Yeah, it's easy. That's what I'm saying. Studies have shown, and I'm saying maybe that's a case study. I don't know. That ladies are not naturally wired to take care of the whole responsibility.
He's an immigrant.
He is an immigrant.
Okay, so in that situation, he is dealing with an invisible disability.
Okay.
Invisible disabilities are, like you said, he had a heart attack, so he has so that means you can't do certain jobs.
No, he can't even drive.
And which means he can also do certain jobs because it's tasked into his heart.
Yes.
And if he was an American citizen or maybe still in another
It's
country,
a
he'll be
different.
getting benefits,
Yes.
which may help augment.
Okay.
But I, you know what? Well, it might be very expensive. Maybe we can talk about that after
Yeah.
because something just crossed my mind.
Okay.
But it will be for the woman to find how to educate herself on invisible disabilities.
Okay.
But then it will also be on the man to find out other contract jobs that he can do that are not tasking
Yeah,
to
he's
his
looking. So
body.
yeah, okay. For example, I'll give you an instance now. Okay, remote jobs and co. You don't know how the job market is. It's easier said than
It
done.
is
Yeah,
easier said
yeah.
than
You
done.
want to get a job, you want to get this, you want to get that. Even when you were hale and hardy, you didn't get that kind of job. Is it now when now you're disabled for a short while, you're going to get the job? So these are real life scenarios.
It is.
And I've seen that, like I said, when I say sometimes it's easier said than done. Now the whole responsibility is on the lady. She's not even thinking if this guy is, you need to start doing something. You need to, because it's telling on her. She can't cope with the whole. So these are out, is it nature or something? But I just feel psychologically women are not meant to, this is not a bashing of women,
Yeah.
but I just feel it's been proven that psychologically women are not meant to be the sole breadwinners per se. They're meant to be partners
I don't have
in the
research to
household.
back that
Yeah,
up, so
yeah.
I can't really respond to that. But I will use my own situation as a different point.
Okay,
I have been a single parent
okay,
forever
yeah,
in all ramification.
okay,
And that means that I'm, I'm more or less the sole provider. There's
yeah,
no other way to say it. So
yeah,
I think that fact in itself already cancels it.
yeah,
I just think it's maybe if I had the man in the house,
yeah.
then it would be
Different,
different.
yes, for sure.
Maybe then I would feel, but this one in my head, I've already seen it like I don't have a choice.
There's no option, yeah,
There's no option.
yeah,
So I have to show up.
yeah,
If I don't show up, no one shows up for me.
yes,
No one shows up for my child. That's how I see it.
yeah,
So I also think that we always pray not to be in those circumstances.
yeah,
Because me, I don't want to be sick or I don't want those kind of situations. And I know life throws us curveballs.
yeah,
But I also want to believe that life gives us things that is putting up for the next phase of our life.
yeah,
When I think back on how I was able to pull through in the things that I went through that you're privy to, when I was going through school,
yeah,
working on campus, having, being pregnant. If I look back, I don't know how I did it.
yeah,
I say it's God,
yeah,
but God showed up for me through friends. So in that scenario for the lady, I would also say, open your mouth and ask for help.
okay,
People would not know that you need help if you don't ask. But then when you're asking, believing God that you are working in faith and not in fear, because people always say, oh, people will laugh at me, or people can't help me, or people that you don't know.
true,
So it's praying for the guidance of letting you have people that will show up for you that are the right people. Because the thing is that when you open mouth, even if they cannot help you with money, they can help you with information that can
yeah,
help.
yeah,
So that's what I would say. And also, then when they will call me and say, how are you coping? I used to say, I'm surviving.
Yeah.
And because, government officials have to call you.
yeah,
And then they will laugh and say, oh, you're so funny. But
Yeah.
literally, I was so,
Survive,
like
yeah.
that, there was no other way to put it. And they thought I was funny. But yeah, because it's mentally tasking.
yeah,
And in that scenario too, for her, it will be mentally tasking. And the only other person to get out on is the
Yeah,
husband,
yeah.
which is sad. But she has to find a way to remove herself from that situation in order not to make his situation worse. There's no right answer.
yeah.